As we all know, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine has lasted for more than a year. Judging from the current state of the battlefield, although the Kiev authorities are still constantly deploying troops to support the Bakhmut front line, they have generally shown a feeling of powerlessness. This is by no means alarmist talk, otherwise 70,000 Ukrainian troops gathered here. Even if one person shoots one shot, it is impossible for there to be no movement. Well, a senior US official has long revealed that if Ukraine is defeated, the US will directly abandon Ukraine and Zelensky. So after abandoning Ukraine, what actions will the United States take? Some Western experts believe that once Ukraine is defeated, Poland and the 3 Baltic countries will inevitably send troops to the Ukrainian battlefield to take over Ukraine's defense tasks. Western European countries will also advance eastward, such as France, taking over Romania's defense, Germany taking over Georgia's defense, Britain taking over Norway's defense, and so on. Then the 100,000 troops stationed by the United States in Europe will not be a display, and it is possible to provide maximum support to European countries. So does this analysis make sense? It cannot be said that it is completely impossible, but it is unlikely. If the European region really conducts such a large-scale rotation, how many geopolitical, economic, and trade issues will be involved? But judging from 2 recent events, if Ukraine loses the war, at least Poland and the United States will take the lead in challenging Russia. The first is Poland. The British media said that Poland will use 4% of its total GDP for national defense construction, and has already spent $117 billion to purchase equipment. These include 1,000 South Korean K2 tanks, 250 American Abrams tanks, etc. If Poland really signs these orders, then Poland's army strength will surpass Germany and France and directly become the number 1 in Europe, except Russia. The United States is not to be outdone. It is reported that the United States has approved a $170 billion arms procurement plan, of which $76.8 billion is allocated to the Navy and Marine Corps, $61 billion to the Air Force, and $24.4 billion to the Army. It also stated that it will maximize the production of high-end sea-to-air missiles next year. As far as weapons and equipment are concerned, what the United States purchases are basically tactical air defense systems, hypersonic missiles, long-range tactical missiles, and laser weapons. It can be seen from the U.S. arms purchase plan that if this wave of U.S. operations is really to prepare for future confrontation with the Russian army, then the U.S. military will not entangle too much with the Russian army on the ground. Instead, Poland could replace Ukraine as the army representative in a contest with Russia, with the U.S. in charge of naval and air operations. All in all, no matter what future plans the 2 sides have formulated, it is enough to prove that the conflict between Russia and Ukraine is very deep, and a bigger war may be just around the corner. Let us continue to pay attention. However, we would like to advise politicians in these countries, especially those in Russia, to weigh carefully, no matter who wins or loses, so what? All the contradictions are still unresolved, and it will only put the people in danger and panic. Is this what the government should do?